Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are unpacking the actual architecture of market leadership. We're looking at a totally fascinating framework developed by two-time US investing champion Mark Minervini, which is known as the SEPA methodology. Now, I really don't want you to think of this as just some dense, boring rulebook. Instead, think of it as the ultimate systematic blueprint to identify absolute monster stocks right before their primary price expansion phases. Today, we're going to see exactly how this machine is built, step by step, completely filtering out the noise and leaving us with nothing but pure potential. Okay, let's dive into this, because this is honestly the fundamental problem every single investor faces. If you look at the broad market, a staggering 95% to 98% of publicly traded equities are essentially what we call dead money, right? They're either just drifting aimlessly or they're actively destroying your capital in these prolonged drawdowns. If you're just randomly picking stocks off a screener, which, let's be honest, we've all totally done, you are willingly walking straight into a wealth trap. The SEPA methodology isn't just about finding winners. It's a survival mechanism designed to systematically filter out that 95% chunk, layer by layer. So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to act like a giant funnel. First, we have the 4 market stages. Second, the technical trend template. Third, the fundamental growth engine. Fourth, timing the trade entry. And finally, the math of risk. Let's start filtering. Section 1, the 4 market stages, where to look. Before we even think about looking at individual chart patterns or obsessing over earnings reports, we have to identify the broad macroeconomic environment. Basically, a stock's life cycle cycles through 4 distinct stages. Stage 1 is the neglect phase. It's just dead money moving sideways around a flat 200-day moving average. Stage 3 is the topping phase, or volatility gets really erratic and the smart money actually starts distributing their shares. And stage 4, that is the markdown phase, which is just total capitulation. Now, the fascinating thing about SEPA is that it has one absolute non-negotiable rule here. We only ever execute long positions in stage 2. Stage 2 is completely defined by aggressive, persistent institutional accumulation. And this brilliantly illustrates the stark contrast you really have to internalize. Stage 2 is where capital actually grows. Demand is out there systematically absorbing the available float. But on the flip side, stage 4 is literally where capital goes to die. I mean it. Attempting to buy the dip during a stage 4 markdown totally violates our momentum parameters. Overhead supply is just going to continuously crush any minor bounce, and that leads to catastrophic portfolio drawdowns. Simply put, if it's not in stage 2, it's invisible to us. Section 2, the technical trend template, the filter. So now that we're only looking at stage 2 candidates, we apply our strict quantitative rules. I want to spotlight this massive percentage again, just to emphasize the absolute exclusivity of this methodology. 95% to 98% is our rejection rate. If a stock fails even one of the technical criteria we're about to discuss, it gets disqualified immediately. No exceptions. Let's rapid fire through this VIP checklist, the 8-point trend template. First off, price has to be trading above both the 150 and 200-day moving averages, and those averages must be stacked in proper order and trending up for at least a month. We also need shorter-term momentum, so both the price and the 50-day average must sit neatly right above those longer-term lines. Add in a price that's within 25% of its 52-week high, at least 30% off its 52-week low, and boasting a relative strength rating of 70 or higher. This beautiful, sequential moving average alignment mathematically confirms rapid capital inflows and massive structural support. Section 3, the fundamental growth engine. What to look for? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that technical breakouts will almost always stale unless they're backed by explosive corporate growth. So what exactly does that look like? Well, SEPA demands a baseline quarterly earnings per share growth of greater than 20% year over year, though the true elite leaders often print 50% to 100% gains. But, earnings can be manipulated by cost cutting, which is why we validate them with top-line quarterly sales growth of at least 15%. We also want a return on equity above 17% to prove management actually knows what they're doing. Finally, we want institutional ownership sitting in a sweet spot between 30% and 70% of the float. That ensures we have smart money backing us, but the market isn't totally saturated yet. And that brings us to the absolute holy grail setup known as Code 33. This is what happens when a company demonstrates 3 consecutive quarters of sequential growth acceleration. So it's not just growing, the rate of growth is actually speeding up across EPS, sales, and profit margins. When you find a stock with a Code 33 entering a tight technical consolidation in a stage 2 uptrend, well, the probability of a massive multi-100% rally increases exponentially. It's a real game changer. Section 4, timing the trade entry. when to act. So we have the perfect stock, right? But even with perfect fundamentals and technicals, execution relies entirely on supply-demand dynamics and incredibly precise timing. The signature entry pattern here is the Volatility Contraction Pattern, or VCP. Think of it like a bouncing ball losing its momentum. On the left side, you get a wide 25% drop on high volume as weak hands shake out. The next pullback is shallower, maybe 12% on decreasing volume. The next is 6%. By the final contraction on the far right, the price is moving in a microscopic 3% range and volume has dried up entirely. This is supply exhaustion. There are literally zero liquid sellers left. When that overhead supply vanishes, even a tiny institutional buy order acts like a spark to gasoline. But sometimes waiting for that entire macro base to form can be tough in choppy markets. Enter the cheat, or the cup completion cheat. This is a brilliant tactical alternative where a lower-level consolidation plateau forms inside the lower or middle third of a larger base. It lets traders enter early, secure a lower cost basis, and anchor an incredibly tight 3 to 5% stop loss directly below that plateau. Section 5. The Math of Risk. How to survive. So, the crucial point is, none of this matters if you lose all your capital. Risk management is the mathematical architecture that guarantees the whole system actually works. Let's talk about optimal core position sizing. You want to allocate between 20% to 25% per stock. If you use 20% slices, you perfectly construct a highly concentrated portfolio of just 4 to 5 elite market leaders, leaving one slice for cash or flexibility. You're not over-diversifying into 50 mediocre stocks. You are concentrating your capital exclusively in the absolute best setups out there. But listen, concentration requires ruthless protection. See this warning triangle? A strict, absolute maximum hard stop loss of 5% to 8% is completely non-negotiable. If the trade hits that line, you liquidate, period, the end. This single rule prevents tail risk capital destruction and ensures a bad trade never turns into a fatal portfolio wound. And here is the beautiful geometry of positive mathematical expectancy. A lot of people think you have to predict the future perfectly to make money. No way. Because you ruthlessly cut losses at 5%, you can actually be wrong 60% of the time. Let that sink in for a second. You can lose on the majority of your trades, but if your average winning trade yields a 15% gain, that 40% win rate still generates a highly profitable system overall. The math literally does the heavy lifting for you. Let's break down exactly how this insulates your portfolio. Imagine a $100,000 portfolio. You allocate a 20% position size, which is a $20,000 investment in one stock. You place your strict 5% stop loss on that specific trade. If you get stopped out, your maximum loss is $1,000. Well, that $1,000 represents exactly 1.0% of your total account equity. By sizing positions this way, you could suffer a consecutive series of really painful losses, and your broader portfolio would still be perfectly intact, just waiting for the next stage 2 monster stock. We've built the whole machine, from macro stages to trend templates, from Code 33 earnings to VCP supply exhaustion, and finally, ironclad risk math. If a systematic funnel like this can generate outsized alpha by mathematically ignoring 95% of the market, you really have to ask yourself, are you trading a proven architecture or are you just guessing? I hope this explainer gave you a powerful new lens for looking at the markets. Drop a comment below and let us know which stock should we run through the SEPA machine next. Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next one.